Pleasant greetings to all. Let's talk about critiquing in the context of Christian correction. First, let us talk about what criticism is. To criticize comes from the Greek krinein, that is, to separate, to judge. Christian criticism particularly means to separate and evaluate or judge good and bad points without necessarily finding fault in another person, with the purpose of teaching and correcting in a spirit of genuine love and humble service. So, how do you do that? How do you criticize with the purpose of correcting a sister or a brother? Okay, we are not perfect, we know that. We need fraternal correction from time to time. But how do I stand being corrected when the person correcting me is not perfect and is also in need of correction? Or, how do I correct an erring brother or sister when I know I too need some for myself? Well, Jesus certainly does not prohibit giving corrections. He, in fact, lays down some rules in Matthew 18 verses 15 to 20, where he begins by saying, "If your brother sins against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone." Okay, let me give you a checklist of the art of Christian critiquing in order to arrive at Christian correction. First, remember that the most unequal thing to do is to treat everybody equally. Each of us is uniquely and wonderfully made. So, respect this individuality. The second checklist is to check your relationship, your emotional bank account, or EBA. Where did I get this? From Stephen Covey, a motivational speaker and writer. He uses the metaphor of the emotional bank account to describe the amount of trust that has been built up in a relationship. When you are kind, honest, caring, and friendly to another person, you make deposits on an emotional bank account. However, if you are unkind, disrespectful, uncaring, and mean, you draw from this account. This self-righteousness depletes our emotional bank account. Third, affirm. Even as you think of what needs to be criticized, please do not forget to think of the person's affirmations. At least think of affirming statements to start and end the critiquing process. Fourth, watch your motives.
If your day is full of sorrow, don't forget about tomorrow. It may change your throw your hope away. Oh my darling, can't you see? You're the only one.
This is somehow true. As Oscar Wilde, the Irish poet, once said, "Whenever a man does a thoroughly stupid thing, it is always from the noblest motives." While lying to the public is truly a stupid thing, motivated probably by a desire for the noblest seat in the country, like the presidency, lying is still lying and is never acceptable, unless of course you are yourself stupid. So, the fourth item in our checklist is watch your motives. Your goal should be to help, not to humiliate. Put genuine love and concern in your heart when correcting. With anything less, as anger, irritation, impatience, consider postponing your correction or criticism. Number 5, check your facts. Be objective. Don't just work on hearsays, and have a kindly attitude when checking with the person the validity of other people's observations. Avoid fake news and fabricated facts. I repeat, avoid fake news and fabricated facts. Number 6, make sure that the issue is worthy of criticism. Does it really matter to those concerned? If it doesn't, then postpone your criticism. Number 7, be specific. Don't drop hints, but clearly name the problem. However, depending on how well you know the person, the issues, and your EBA, you may be more creative than just being straightforward to drive home a point. Number 8, own your critique. It is your love and your concern that motivate you, not somebody else's. Avoid quoting other people's criticisms. That's none of your business. Number 9, do not postpone much needed criticisms. If the issue is big, act now. Remembering always it is better to be kind than to be right. It is best, however, to be both kind and right. And finally, number 10, a genuine Christian criticism is one that seeks to teach, correct, heal, and encourage. In fact, it is a form of affirmation. Now, let me leave you with a final reminder.
Remember, everyone looks at the world from a different point of view. Humble critiquing means respecting the other's point of view.
Remember, everyone looks at the world from a different point of view. Humble critiquing means respecting the other's point of view. But please also remember, a point of view that glorifies evil and sin deserves no respect at all. Evil and sin, wherever and whenever they are used to exploit religion, our commerce, or our politics, need to be called out, condemned, and destroyed. Mukhang kailangan na ng major exorcism ang bansa natin . Ano po sa inyong palagay? May God lovingly correct all our evil ways. Amen.